because feminism is another word for equality.
Wow, I'm so moved to hear that. That's absolutely amazing, and I agree with you. It's become this really difficult word, but I think it's wonderful when people do embrace it, because it should be synonymous with equality.
People have forgotten its definition.
They really, really have. So that's wonderful. Wow, I'm so moved to hear that. Hello everyone, I'm Emma Watson. I'm delighted to be welcoming you all to the opening of the Into Film Festival. It's an honour to be joined by Malala Yousafzai. Hello Malala.
Hello.
First, I just wanted to say how wonderful I thought the film was, and that you're just my absolute hero. So this is
It's my great honour to see you as well.
Oh, so that's really kind. Thank you. I think the best part of the film for me was that you got to see what obviously made you so extraordinary, but more importantly, ordinary, which shows that anyone can encourage change. And I just thought that was a wonderful message from the film. Do you have a sense of a tangible goal that you would like the Malala Fund to reach within your lifetime?
So it's my simple dream and very straightforward. I want to see every child to get quality education, and in order to make sure that that dream comes true, we have to work hard and we have to take action, and that's why through the Malala Fund we are working each and every day. And now the Sustainable Development Goals are going to be set up. So we are raising our voice, saying that not just primary education should be focused on, but both primary and secondary education should be available to every child. And this has been my mission, and I'll make it come true. I'll try my best.
How does it feel to have your story shown on film and screened to thousands of young people today as part of the Into Film Festival?
It's quite interesting, but I don't like seeing myself on TV, or I can't even hear my voice. So, but once the film was made and I watched it, it really inspired me the way Davis Guggenheim, the director of the film, has delivered our story through animation and spread the message of education across the world. And it was his commitment to this goal that led to the making of this movie. And it covers, as you have seen it, it covers like the family story and how we stood up for the right to education at that hard time of terrorism in Swat Valley. So hopefully the message will spread and it will inspire more people to come together and join the campaign that we are having through the Malala Fund, #WithMalala, and to come together and do something. It's not just that you watch the film, but you do something. And I want this movie not just to be a movie, but a movement.
That's amazing, and I thought that the animation in the film was so beautiful, and I loved the mythology behind it, and it just really, it was so beautifully done and so well told, and I completely agree with you. I think it's great that people are watching the film, and it's wonderful, but it's great that you want people to really do something and take action as well, and that this is about a movement, not just a film. I think it's amazing that it's going so far beyond that. A part of the film that really touched me was how big of a role, you know, your father has played in your life and in the film. How would you respond to anyone who said that, you know, men can't be feminists or shouldn't be campaigning for girls' rights?
Well, my father, he has set an example to all parents and all men, that if we want equality, if we want equal rights for women, then men have to step forward. So it can't happen that men are just thinking it's just a few women's job who are crazy feminists and they're going to change it and things are going to be changed soon. It's not going to happen like this. We all have to work together. That's how change will come. And this is the role that my father has taken. He believes in women's rights, he believes in equality, and he calls himself a feminist. But interestingly, this word feminism, it has been a very tricky word. And when I heard it the first time, I heard it I heard some negative responses and some positive ones, and I hesitated in saying, am I a feminist or not? And then after hearing your speech, when you said, if not now, when? If not me, who? I decided that there's no way and there's nothing wrong by calling yourself a feminist. So I am a feminist, and we all should be feminists, because feminism is another word for equality.
Wow. I'm so moved to hear that. That's absolutely amazing, and I agree with you. It's become this really difficult word, but I think it's wonderful when people do embrace it, because it should be synonymous with equality.
People have forgotten its definition.
They really, really have. So that's wonderful. Wow, I'm so moved to hear that. As a big book fan, I have to ask you, what was your last favourite book? Was there anything that you read in the last year that you just fell in love with?
Right now I'm reading A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini, and it's just beautiful. Everyone should read it.
It's a wonderful book. I've also read this book. It's an amazing book.
I just can't explain it. It's like the best book. Read it.
I was curious what the thing you found the strangest about England compared to Pakistan was or would be.
So in our books we studied that there are 4 seasons, and in Pakistan we had 4 seasons, but in the UK I just found there was 1 season, and it was always winter. That was quite surprising.
I know you have to deal with being famous, and I was going to ask you what I sometimes get asked, which would be what you would do if you could be anonymous for a day. It's because I realised exactly what you would do, and it really struck me, you know, what you've sacrificed for your ideals and your dream and this movement, and it made me really emotional, actually. And so I just wanted to thank you again for being who you are and for being so brave. So other than going home, is there anything that you like the idea of doing if you had magical powers and you could be invisible for a day, what you would do?
Well, I haven't gone back to Pakistan for 3 years since the attack, and I would love to go back to my country. And it's just to achieve the goal I have, because my goal, which is to see every child going to school, hasn't been achieved yet. And that's what I want to see come true. And it's really important that we come together and we support each other. This is about the future of all those 66 million girls who cannot go to school right now. It's about our future. It's going to affect every one of us. If so many children are out of school, they don't get education, and they have, girls especially, they have potential, they can contribute to society. If you are stopping half of the population not to come forward, how can you think of progress and achievements? So it's important that we think it's our responsibility to participate actively in bringing change. It's we who can bring change.
66 million girls is such a huge number. It's such a massive number to think about that can't go to school at the moment. What were your feelings when you had to speak publicly for the first time in front of presidents and prime ministers? And that's from Mariam in Manchester.
I think I should say I feel really scared in school, speaking in school. But in terms of meeting presidents and prime minister and then talking about a cause which really matters, then you have to forget about getting nervous and the way you deliver the speech. Forget all those things and say what's in your heart. Do not hesitate. When I was meeting the president of Nigeria to talk about the girls who were abducted by Boko Haram, I said it very clearly that what are you doing? What have you done so far? Because 3 months had passed and the president had not even met them. And then he announced that he would meet the parents. So this is, you say it clearly. Why to hesitate? Why to stop yourself? And like if it was meeting the president of America, Barack Obama, or anyone, I say things very, very clearly because it's not for me. It's for children and their future.
It's great that you see it as something which isn't. It's personal, obviously, but it's so much bigger than that.
Yes.
And you use the power and the strength of that to really, you know, push away any nerves, which is great. Voices are important, speaking out and asking governments to do the right thing. Super, super, super important. Well, we've got through all of the questions that we've been sent, which is brilliant. So maybe I will take this moment just to say thank you again. The film is so wonderful and your story is beyond inspiring. And
thank you for your time, and it's great to have you. And I think it would be great if you give a message to all these children who are listening to us right now, because you also stand for a cause that is very important. We want equality, and there would be so many boys in the audience.
Yes. Yeah. Boys in the audience, specifically. I work for a cause called He for She. If you haven't signed up yet, then that would be wonderful. But we really need you as the next generation to extend a hand to the girls and the women in your life, and to include them, and to make sure that they can live their lives without discrimination, and that they have access to the same opportunities that you do. And you're in a unique position you have a unique opportunity to do that, to support the girls and the women in your life. And if you have the chance, if moments are presented to you, do speak up, do raise your voice. Your support could literally change a girl's life, could change someone's life. And you know, gender equality is something that will affect your life too, as men and as boys. And it's just an issue that I believe about so passionately, and any of your help or support is greatly appreciated. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Malala.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you.